Well, once again, this Blue Jays ball club decides to heartbreak us on a consistent basis. Now, I apologize for the late upload. I told you guys, I guess in the last video, that this video would be a little bit later, and it's later than I expected it to be. However, it is out to you guys as the Blue Jays lose 2-1 to the Cleveland Indians in 10 innings. Now, great start from Marcus Stroman. The Jays got exactly what they've been dreaming of from a starting pitcher. Why? What do I mean by that? 7 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run. He walks 5 guys, not Marcus Stroman-esque, but strikes out 7. Does a great job. But then Danny Barnes gives up a run in the 10th inning, a home run off Francisco Lindor's bat. And the Blue Jays lose, as I said, 2-1. Now, how did the Blue Jays score their run? Well, it's off a home run from Justin Smoak. How many hits do the Blue Jays have through these 10 innings? 3. 3 measly hits. Now, we've been talking lately about this team changing their course of action. Where are they going to look to? Are they going to look to the rebuild side of things? That's what a lot of people, including myself, are starting to lean towards. And we're like, you know what? Maybe this is the time for this team to change course. But it doesn't sound like the darn management has bought into that yet. Why? I'm not sure. This team is not clicking at all. You know, one moment they get some good starting pitching and they can't get a hit for their life of a guy who just came off the disabled list. Danny Salazar, as we said yesterday, he was getting the start tonight. He went 7 innings, gave up 1 hit, did not walk a batter, and struck out 8. He was lights out against the Jays in this one. But the only run they got was of a home run from Justin Smoak. Why not Justin Smoak? The guy's doing everything for this team. 3 hits. That's all I got to say. I don't know why management hasn't seen it our way yet. But a game like today has got to be like, it's got to show them at least. Like, oh, this team isn't really clicking together. Well, maybe you should change something. You know, they haven't done anything. Whether they were trying to improve or trying to retool/rebuild, they haven't done anything. Absolutely nothing has been done to this team so far. Except for players being called up and sent down and people going down the disabled list. And again, people getting called up. And it really hasn't done anything for this team. You know? And now that this team is 9 games under 500, 44-53, and you've guaranteed a loss in this series. So coming out of the All-Star break, we had the hopes of winning some series and getting back into this. But what did the Jays do instead? They lose the opening series, they split the middle set, and they lose the finale. Depending on what happens tomorrow, could even be a sweep, depending on how things go. But if statistics tell everything, Corey Kluber's on the mound for the Jays, and if they can't hit Danny Salazar the way he's pitching this season, what makes you think they're going to hit Corey Kluber? Really? They're having no fun at the plate. There are times where they have good at-bats. Like, for example, you know, in the finale of the Boston series, they had a great time at the plate. They got some really solid hits, some solid runs, and they got the win 8-6. In the first few innings of yesterday's game, they looked real good. Grinding out at-bats, long at-bats, building Trevor Bauer's pitch count up like crazy, scoring a couple runs, and then out of nowhere, they collapse, they fall, they burn, they die, and in the next game, they are still dead because they only get the 1 run off a Justin Smoak home run and 3 hits through 10 innings. This team continues to frustrate me. And as this season goes along and as these losses pile up, I think to myself, I'm like, you know what? This team is kind of done. As much as I've tried to believe, and I know you guys have tried to believe for this longest point, up until the All-Star break and the one game after, we're all pumped because we're like, all right, we start the All-Star game off on the the first game after the All-Star break, we started off on the right note, and we're like, let's get it going, and then they just poop all over you the rest of the way. There's no consistency. There's no consistency in this team. Marcus Stroman, J.A Happ, and more or less Sanchez, when he's healthy, is good. The other two aren't really consistent. And even J.A Happ in his last start wasn't all that great. But Marcus Stroman has been that guy to be the consistent dynamo for this team. And for him to only give up 1 run over 7 2/3 innings and take a no decision, it's sad. It is absolutely sad to see this team the way they performed tonight. They had opportunities. Top of the 10th. You have 2 on, nobody out. Can't do anything with it, and then you lose in the bottom half. Karma. That's all it is. This team cannot find ways to knock in runs when they need to. And that's where it lies. That's where this game ends up, is in the trash, because you can't get that 1 clutch hit or that's 2 clutch hits. You just can't do it. And this team continues to grind, and it's sad. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to embrace this rebuild, or embrace the rebuild, because you don't know if it's actually happening or not, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hey, hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. Again, what do you guys think of the game? I'm not going to ask you guys about the people that should be traded, because we seem to say that a lot in these videos, and you guys seem to say the exact same things in the comments, which is great. I love the interaction with you guys, but let's try and get something new. Let's talk about this game and what you see with the Jays moving forward. That's what I want to hear, right? So we'll talk to you guys, I guess, tomorrow afternoon as the Jays look to salvage the finale. But I mean, at this point in the season, salvaging a finale of the series isn't really any good. But J.A Happ, Corey Kluber, tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk to you guys then.